Have you ever really looked at the world around you and wondered how it all fits together so perfectly? From the chair you're sitting in to the tallest skyscraper, chances are it all began as a few simple lines in one incredibly powerful piece of software, AutoCAD. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and see how it works. So seriously, think about it for a sec. How do we get the flawless accuracy we need to build, say, a jet engine or a massive bridge? How do all those thousands of little pieces come together just right? Well, it's not magic, it's software. And one program, more than any other, has been the bedrock of it all for over 40 years. And here it is. AutoCAD's journey started way back in 1982, completely replacing old-school drafting tables with a digital screen. By the 90s, it was the king of 2D design. But it didn't stop there. It evolved, adding powerful 3D modeling, then moving to the cloud, and now, get this, it's even integrating with AI. This history is really the key to understanding its power. To really get what makes AutoCAD so special, we've got to start at the very beginning, with its legacy built on simple lines. It's kind of funny, but if you strip away all the fancy, high-tech features, what you have at its core is a digital drafting table. It's a place to draw lines, circles, and shapes with absolute perfect precision. Honestly, the best way to think about it is like the ultimate pencil and ruler. So, what does that actually look like in practice? Let's take a peek inside and see how this digital drawing board really works, one line at a time. Everything, and I mean everything, starts with a single line. You just pick the line tool, click where you want to start, point your cursor in a direction, and this is the whole secret, you type in an exact length. So if you type 100 and hit enter, you get a line that is exactly 100 units long. Not 100.1, not 99.9, perfect. Now from that one simple line, we can start to build. See on the left, that's a square made of 4 separate lines. Click one, you only get one. But over on the right, we have a polyline. It looks identical, right? But it's actually a single connected object. When you select any part of it, the whole thing lights up. This is a much smarter way to build complex shapes. But being able to draw a perfect line is just the beginning. Let's get into where the real magic happens, in AutoCAD's incredible power of precision. This is all possible because of a game-changing tool called Object Snap. The easiest way to picture it is to imagine your cursor has these tiny, powerful magnets on it. When you get close to an important spot on another line, like its end or its middle, it just automatically snaps right to it. No guesswork, no trying to eyeball it. And this is why that matters so much. On the left, someone tried to connect 2 lines by hand. From far away, it looks fine. But when you zoom in, yikes, you see that gap? That tiny error could be an absolute disaster in a real building or product. But on the right, with Object Snap, that connection is guaranteed to be perfect. Every single time. Okay, so what about really complicated stuff, like the entire blueprint for a skyscraper? That's where layers come in. The best analogy ever is digital tracing paper. You can put all the walls on one layer, all the electrical on another, and the plumbing on a third. Then you can just flip these layers on and off to see only what you need to see, which makes these incredibly complex drawings totally manageable. You see, it's this combination of absolute precision and brilliant organization that took AutoCAD from being just another tool to becoming something much bigger, a true industry standard. And yeah, this quote pretty much says it all. For decades, AutoCAD has been the common language for architects, engineers, and designers. When one team needs to share plans with another, they use an AutoCAD file. It's the universal format we use to build our world. So why is it still the standard after all this time? Well, there are a few huge reasons. It's taught everywhere, so students come into the job already knowing it. It makes working together across different teams seamless. You can customize it like crazy for specific jobs, and it plays nice with a ton of other software. It's not just a program, it's a whole ecosystem. But don't let its 40-year history trick you into thinking it's some old, outdated piece of tech. AutoCAD has always been looking ahead, and right now it's focused on designing the future. You know, a lot of people still think of it as just for flat 2D blueprints, but AutoCAD has some seriously powerful 3D modeling tools. This lets designers go way beyond lines on a page and actually see their projects as they look in the real world, which helps them catch problems long before a single thing is built. And it's not stopping there. As this quote points out, they're now integrating things like AI to help automate parts of the design process and make it even more capable. It just goes to show you how this software is constantly adapting to stay on the cutting edge. Which brings us to one last really fascinating question. For 40 years, AutoCAD has been the tool we've used to imagine and then build our reality. So looking ahead, with tools this precise and this powerful that are still evolving, what will we design next?